Hollow Knight's Godmaster DLC introduced boss fights featuring the characters Oro, Mato, Sheo, and Sly, who were previously encountered only as NPCs and not bosses. I got to thinking which other NPCs could have become bosses in a similar fashion, and I'll be discussing my ideas in this video. The first one I thought of was Squirrel. Clearly, he knows how to fight, as we see in the battle against Umu as it takes place in the teacher's archives. Squirrel does like to avoid violence where possible, but I'm sure he'd be happy to have a friendly spar with his pal the Knight. He is impressed with the Knight's combat skills, and I'm sure getting to engage with them directly would make him excited. Of course, Squirrel does disappear once you break Monomon's seal, but Godhome is full of bosses you've killed that you can encounter again, so it makes sense that he could be there too. Another great fighter who I'm sure would love a chance for combat is Cloth. Like Squirrel, she gets a chance to fight alongside the Knight in the main game, and I'm sure she too would love to test her skills against the Knight themselves. It would be interesting to see how her club and the Knight's nail go up against each other. I also thought of the Hunter. In the main game, there is his fake-out fight start, but this would be for real. The Hunter's thoughts when the Knight receives the Hunter's mark reveal that he wants the Knight to hunt him, and this fight would be a fulfillment of that desire. He wouldn't need a weapon of any kind, since his claws and fangs would be enough to deal some damage. We meet two of the former 5 Great Knights in the game, but we only get to fight against one of them. That could change with a boss fight against Zamer. Similar to the White Defender, she would appear as she was when she was still actively a knight, and presumably before she turned to mourning, so she would still have a will to fight. The other 3 Great Knights could also make an appearance as bosses. I'd like to see how Hegemol wields his own armor and weapon compared to the maggot who stole them, for example. There could also be a Revek boss fight. His fight would operate similar to those of the Warrior Dreams. He would actually be able to be damaged, unlike in the Spirit's Glade. I'd like to think that once Revek is defeated in this fight, he wouldn't be unhappy like when it happens in the Spirit's Glade, but would probably bow to the Knight like the Nail Masters, Sly, and the Mantis Lords. Finally, there's Iselda. Just like Sly, she would be another shopkeeper turned battle opponent. Her Dream Nail dialogue in her and Cornifer's shop reveals that she once wielded a weapon and that she would like a chance to stretch her legs again sometime soon. Fighting in Godhome would be a way for her to do that. I would really like to see what kind of weapon she would fight with and what her fighting style would be like. What do you think of my ideas? Are there any other NPCs that you have boss fight ideas for? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Maybe check out some of my others too. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.